Alright everyone, welcome to the live stream. Just doing a quick update up here on Hurricane Dorian. To give you the latest information, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Start up this radar for you. Alrighty. So still category 2 hurricane, 100 miles an hour, 958 millibars, and moving northeast 13 miles an hour. So now it is moving due northeast, and it's picking up a bit of speed, so that's good. The other thing too is it's pretty dang close to the coast there, as you see. So, sorry, just having a little issue with live stream. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty dang close to the coast. Wilmington's getting hammered with rain right now. They're seeing some flooding there. A lot of tornadoes, tornado warnings, so keep an eye out for that. If you're living in these areas, definitely keep your weather radio on or TV on, but hopefully most people have evacuated, so they don't have much to worry about. But they are seeing some flooding, got the storm surge, still, as you can see, pushing a lot of water on. It's going to be really close. I have Morehead City lit up right here. It's going to be real close for a landfall in Morehead City. If they don't get a landfall, it's going to be amazing. They'll probably at least get the outer edge of the eye wall. The eye may just go right over Morehead City area. But with the way this storm is going right now, it's flooding all these areas in here. A lot of storm surge. You can see some heavy bands off to the north. It's just a big, powerful storm. A lot going on. So category 2, 100 miles an hour, 958 millibars, northeast of 13 miles an hour. So one thing that is going to happen too, aside from the tornado threat, is you're getting all this rain and water coming in now. So you're getting very saturated ground. And what that's going to do is make it real easy for these trees to fall once you get these 70 to 100 mile an hour gusts. So you have to watch out for that. Stay safe down there. Here's the broader view. Maximum sustained wind about 100 miles an hour. 958 millibars is still a huge, huge storm, as you can see. So if you live anywhere along the coast here, or even inland a little bit, you got to be real careful tonight in South and North Carolina. Up into Virginia, you're going to feel the effects too, but you can see this side might track right over Morehead City. We'll have to see. The flash flooding threat is pretty high, so just be real careful if you're in this area, or get the heck out of the way, hopefully. Let's take an overall look at the tropics here. There's a little bit of everything going on. There's Dorian over there, and then we'll look at these other here in a second. So here's the 5-day graph. It'll pull up here. So here we have a tropical disturbance. 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. So not much going here. So unfavorable upper level winds, and it's moving off to the northeast. So it's going to move off like this. Disturbance number 2, 10% chance, basically the same thing, just moving a little different area. Several hundred miles east of Leeward Islands. If anything's going to happen, they're saying it's going to be pretty slow. So this shouldn't be a problem. But this next one right here, 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. Gradual development is possible. Tropical pressure could form on moves westward across the tropical Atlantic. Enhanced rainfall is possible. Cabo Verde Islands. So basically, this is something we're gonna have to keep an eye on as it moves in this very favorable area for development. Pretty far south. We'll see if it's going to be projected to turn and follow the same kind of path as this disturbance number 2 and take it up like this and then eject off to the northeast, or is it going to stay low down here, get in the Caribbean and come up into the Gulf, take the same similar track as Dorian? Really don't know right now, so we're just going to have to wait, see what happens. But again, here's a look. I'll zoom out a little bit, but here's a look at the hurricane as it sits right now. Serious situation for anyone in North and South Carolina up into Virginia. Again, if you're in Morehead City, get out of the way. It's just going to be a real long, bad night. High tide's going on as well, so it's going to back up into these bays and rivers, and it's not going to let anything drain. It's going to get a lot of flooding, inland flooding, a lot of water. You're going to reach probably double-digit rainfall amounts after this is all said and done, so that's not going to help the situation at all. So you definitely want to keep a watchful eye if you're in this area. I know a lot of people have evacuated, so hopefully there aren't too many people left. But if you look here, you can see these reds and oranges are right along the coast. It's heavy rain. Tornado threat is high. They've seen tons of tornadoes. It's obviously nighttime. You're not going to see them come. Plus, they're going to be rain wrapped. So, just got to be real careful in these situations. Go back and look at this broader picture again, just to show you what's going on. A lot of thunderstorms off to the northeast part of the storm, and on the east side of the storm, you can see them in through this area here. Just that big blow up. That eye staying offshore like it is, it's still allowing it to continue its strength, continue that path. I know it doesn't look very impressive on radar, or on the satellite view, but it has some strength still. So don't let this thing fool you. It's a big hurricane. It's got a lot of water throw onto the coast. So again, if you live anywhere in these areas, keep a real close eye. If you have any questions, put them in chat for me. I'd be happy to answer them the best I can. But the tornado threat, the flash flooding, the storm surge, and the wind, I mean, it's kind of just a little bit of everything are going to be the high threats for you guys right now over here on the east coast of South Carolina and North Carolina as we're going through the night, coupled with the beach erosion and the high tide. And you see it's throwing some heavy bands even further to the north. In through here. Let's go up north here. Yeah, this area is just getting hammered right now. Probably a real high tornado threat up in here too. For this little view here. A lot of storms down here by Central America, South America. There's a tropical wave coming off the coast there of Africa. So yeah, just some heavy rain. The winds are going to pick up. You know, talking about 90 plus mile an hour gusts in Morehead City overnight at early a.m. That's nothing to mess around with. That's going to do a lot of damage if that happens. You know, and let's get a closer look here, and I just want to show you guys something. So as you look at this thing, you can see the centers here. I mean, you can see the lands right there. So, I mean, it's going to be a real close call here in the next couple hours whether or not it goes over land or not. So just keep your guard up. Again, I hope no one's along this coast because they are seeing flooding and heavy rain, heavy wind, possible tornadoes. Northeast quadrant of a landfalling hurricane is where most of the tornadoes occur, but as you can see, these bands interacting with land is causing a lot of tornadoes. All these islands right here are just getting hammered. A lot of storm surge, probably a lot of beach erosion. Going to be a lot of damage on those islands. So we'll see. We'll see how they fare. Hopefully everyone's all right. But it's already been something like 35 deaths in the Bahamas due to this storm. So not a good situation. And just go ahead, if you have any questions, you can put them in chat. I'll do the best I can to answer them. Another thing too in the description is some evacuation information for South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. As well for the FEMA app is in there as well, so if you have to evacuate, you just use the FEMA app on your phone to check some things out. I also have, if you'd like to donate, have some Red Cross information in there on how to donate. So lots of lightning, you know, with these upper bands up here. Let's zoom out here a little bit. You can see how far north from the eye this is affecting. I mean, Virginia Beach is getting hit, and it's pretty far away. And these right here are heavy showers. Gonna have tons of moisture. They're gonna have some wind in them, possible tornadoes. This is just gonna help. You can see this little inlet here. It's gonna help just build water up into these bays and whatnot. So, cause that's, you know, all that flow is just coming in. It's gonna, for the next several hours. I know they're around high tide, if not at high tide right now. So it's not a good situation right now for the eastern coast there of the Carolinas up into Virginia. And this is just going to continue. Virginia Beach conditions are just going to continue to deteriorate, and this is just going to come, and it's going to, Newport News, you have a strong possibility of seeing some storm surge and flooding from the rain, and going to get that onshore flow. So coupled with high tide, it's not going to be a good situation for you guys. As you go here, you know, anyone out here, it's not going to be good. Several roads are closed in these areas due to flooding, you know, with water over the roadway. So it's just a bad situation. It looks like there's some tornado warnings for some counties in Southern Carolina right now. So just be careful when you're out there. You know, they're going to be, you know, probably F1s and whatnot, but they are going to be short-lived. But still, they're going to be rain-wrapped, and they are going to be, you know, happening during the overnight hours when it's dark. So you're not going to know these are coming. They're just going to pop up, and it's going to happen all of a sudden. It's going to feel like the tornado is just dropping down on top of you. So a bunch of counties with tornado warnings. Make sure you know where to find that information. You can go to the Weather Channel's website and find the information. You can use the FEMA app, and you can probably pull up warnings and watches there. to find out about flash flood watch, flood watches, tornado warnings, I mean, just all that different stuff. Because again, they're going to see some double-digit rains in this area, and that coupled with the storm surge is just going to be horrible. So again, it's still got good wraparound. It's still getting good inflow, a little bit of dry air on the southwest side of the storm. But you can just see how far up this extends. I mean, it's shooting moisture pretty high up there, pretty far north. So be careful if you're in this area. Again, here's the overall view of the tropics. Here's what we're talking about. Dorian right here. This one and this one doesn't look like much is going to happen with them. Gabriel, it's going, what is it? It's moving northwest at 14 miles an hour. It's probably going to get caught up in whatever's directing this one and go off to the northeast would be my guess. But this is the big one to watch in the next week or so. We're going to have to see where this thing's going to go. You know, it's headed straight westward, as you can see in this path. And if it stays down here and then starts to curve up somewhere in the Gulf, or somewhere along the east coast, we're going to have to keep a watchful eye on it. So that's the latest Hurricane Dorian, Cat 2 hurricane, 100 mile an hour winds, 958 millibars, moving northeast at 13 miles an hour. Keep an eye out. If you live in this area, it's going to get dangerous overnight. Conditions are only going to get worse for places, you know, like Morehead City, North Carolina, anywhere in this area on north. It's just going to get worse as the night goes out. So make sure you stay prepared. Make sure you stay on your toes, and you don't want to caught anywhere unprepared with the storm. I know it doesn't look maybe very impressive to you when you hear a Cat 2 hurricane, only 100 mile an hour winds. It's nothing like hit the Bahamas with 220 mile an hour wind gusts, but this storm surge, this flooding, this wind, even 70 mile an hour winds can do a lot of damage, can kill people. It can really put you in a bad situation and get you trapped. You know, double-digit rainfall totals. Flash flooding is going to happen, so just be careful and get out of the way of this thing. Don't mess around with it. Alright, this is wxninjaa. I appreciate everyone stopping by and checking out. If you have any questions, like I said, just leave a comment on this video. I'll try to answer them in my next video, or I'll just reply back to you on this video in the comment section. I'm not getting paid to do this, just love weather and love helping people out, so that's why I'm here. If you want to subscribe, you'll get notified as soon as I make a video or go live. All you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell icon. So that's the latest on Hurricane Dorian, and we'll see you next time. Take care.